Rap just common, so I'm thrown to the motions. Got a place that I can visit in my mind. All the time deserted on the side and trapped inside a pine box. Smell the dew of the springtime landscape. Maneuver through the manure. I fall on my hands and knees until I find a beat worth dying for. I haven't slept enough to meet the Sandman, but I know my maker and creator fears a different complication. Natural selection, grass-fed, organic stimulation. High off the fructose, like lean in your corn syrup. Manipulation. Let's toast to denial. I'm sure I'll see you in hell. With the smile on my face. And a story to tell about the land before time. About this land before time. About this land before time. Here we go now.
That was The Land Before Time by Snottynose Friends. Once again, guys, hell of a job. Keep doing what you're doing. Shit's fire. This is a whole lot of nothing. Just here real quick on my lunch break at work. Just want to talk about the disaster that is the New York Jets. I think it was early in the week they released David Harris, their middle linebacker, starting middle linebacker. Best defensive player they have in their team. I think what it said was they couldn't reach an agreement over contract talks, so they just let him go. Now, I'm fucking baffled by that move. Probably even a little more than I am by the Eric Decker release/trade by the end of the week that the Jets are doing. The Jets have like 30 or 40 million in cap space right now. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you have no other linebackers besides David, like that are legit enough besides David Harris. Guy starts every game, 3-down player. I think he's missed one game since 2009. You can't replace that type of durability and the type of ability that Harris brings. What do you want? Like a couple extra million for the year, or extra like a 2-year extension? Fucking pay him. Your team's gonna be a complete joke. Might as well shore up your defense so you don't get blown out every fucking week. I mean, what the hell are you doing? So you're releasing him, so he's gonna go sign with someone. He'll start there. He'll probably win a Super Bowl. Guaranteed. The Patriots call him next week. Goes up, signs a $5 million contract for a year. He's in the playoffs. He's always in the Super Bowl, and he's got a great chance of winning. Okay, so you just gave the Patriots another tool, most likely. And then we get to the Eric Decker situation. So in the offseason, Jets let go of Brandon Marshall, who had crossed out stayed in the same building, signed with the Giants. So now the Giants have two legitimate number one receivers with a second-year player coming out of the slot. Can't remember his name right now. But no, now they have a scary receiving core in New York. Now, by releasing Decker, or trading him, we don't know who the fuck is going to trade for him if you're releasing him. Why is any team going to give up anything for him if they can just wait till Friday or Saturday and try and sign him on their own? Just makes absolutely no sense. Decker was your only number one receiver on the team. Now, you're left with Quincy Enunwa, Carlton Peak, whoever the fuck that guy is. I don't know who he is. But you basically left your entire team with, which is what at best a number 2, number 3 receiver is your number 1, with no quarterback. Now, I understand. I can sort of understand what Woody Johnson's doing here. He's trying to give some of these veteran players an opportunity to go somewhere and win. But you just destroyed your entire offense. You have possibly, I heard a GM earlier in the week said something to like an ESPN writer, an NFL.com writer, that this Jets offense is the worst he's seen in over a decade. And I completely agree with that. I mean, I think Matt Forte is still there, but he's in his upper 30s. He clearly showed last year he does not have the juice to be a number 1 anymore. You know, he's old. He can still catch the ball in the backfield, but he's pretty shot. You have a 30-something Josh McCown who can't stay healthy. He takes a hit and he's on the sidelines. Most likely going to win your quarterback spot. You have Christian Hackenberg, who couldn't hit the fucking broadside of a barn if he wanted to, which was the worst second-round pick in the history of the NFL draft. And you have Bryce Petty, who, hasn't really shown much. He's shown something last year in the preseason, but that was about it. He came in and played one game, and he got hurt immediately. And you let Geno Smith walk, and he's with the Giants now too. It's just, what the fuck is going on? You really want to tank so bad to try and get this fucking quarterback out of USC that you think might be the next big thing? I mean, let's be serious for a second. Even if you get him, your entire offense is shot. You're going to get this guy killed. Whoever's back there taking signal, calling the plays as your quarterback is going to be murdered. You're going to have two guys starting at left and right tackle that have never started in the league before. If they have, I couldn't tell you what their names are, or who they are, or what their stats are. Just tell you it's not going to be good. You're going to have the most mediocre offense in the league. I just don't get it. I understand you want to rebuild, but this is the wrong way to do it. You're going to be the worst team in the league by far. You're going to be lucky if you win 3 games. If you left Decker on the field, you kept Decker, kept Harris, didn't let Marshall go, or even attempted to sign another receiver. And, by the way, reports were that the Jets called Steve Smith to see what his interest in playing in 2017 was after he retired last year. I mean, what are you doing? Where's your head right now, Jets? Where's your head? It's clearly not competed. It's baffling. It's so baffling to me. You now have a number 1 receiver whose first year really was last year, that had decent numbers at the best. I know you have Ryan Fitzpatrick as your quarterback the whole year, but this is just utterly disgraceful. This is the best way I could put it. Utterly disgraceful as an organization standpoint. Basically what you're doing is you're doing what the Jets did to Rex Ryan. You're tearing the entire team apart, not spending any money, just so you can spend later on. You just basically want to get rid of Bowles. That's all I see happening. You just want to get rid of Todd Bowles, bring someone else new in that's fresh. I mean, Bowles is not a good head coach. I'll be the first one to tell you that. The guy is he's not a New York coach. He's a defensive coordinator. That's all he is. And he's not even great at doing that, because look at the defense last year. You had basically the same team from 2 years ago when the defensive line was great, linebackers were good, corners played well, and you're 1 game away from the playoffs. Last year, you could say whatever, there were some injuries, players recovering, but it's not getting any better on the defensive side. Yeah, you drafted some young safeties, which should help in the secondary. You got rid of Revis. But now you're basically going with the entire youth movement in the secondary and the entire defense, the entire team essentially. You're going all youth. And the majority of your youth, I don't think, is going to pan out. Not every young player that you draft in the first 3 rounds, not everyone makes it. They just, it's upsetting. I'm not a Jet fan. Anyone that knows me, I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. I absolutely despise the Jets. But, I feel bad for the fan base right now, because this is just disgraceful. You're basically, it's June. It's the beginning of June, and you basically just gave up your entire season to try and draft a quarterback for next year's draft. But who even knows what he's going to do this year? Who knows if he's going to be as good as everyone says? Who knows? He can get hurt. He can get hurt in the first couple games of the year. Break his collarbone, tear his shoulder, do something. Anything freakish could happen, and now you're screwed. And the Jets don't have the best track record of drafting USC quarterbacks. They drafted Mark Sanchez after, 7 starts? And you can't tell me, we led him to 2 AFC championship games. No, your defense and Darrelle Revis led you to 2 championship games. Rex Ryan's scheme led you to 2 championship games. Sanchez basically just tried to coast and took the offense as far as he could with minimal ability. He's basically like Trent Dilfer was on the Ravens in 2000. So, if you're a Jet fan, I feel for you. Really do. Really feel for you now. Because you're going to have 3 or 4 years of just shit football being put out. And, I don't know. I couldn't tell you why people would even be interested in going to these games. Who wants to go watch Josh McCown throw to a bunch of no-name receivers, or watch Matt Forte running for 2 yards of carry, getting pummeled because the offensive line can't block a damn thing? It's just, I'm just so glad I'm not a Jet fan. I would probably boycott football at this point. I would just go stand outside the Jets facility and just basically holding a sign up demanding that this coach get fired, GM leave, and, just an uphaul of everything. It's honestly disgusting. I'm embarrassed that they're even doing this. I'm embarrassed for football because this is disgraceful. Like, Jets fans, become a Browns fan, because honestly, they're going to have more wins this year. They're going to be more exciting to watch. Just, sorry. Sorry to everybody about that. But hey, maybe by 2022, Jets will actually have a winning year again. But that's enough. I can't talk about the Jets anymore. Transitioning from them, let's talk about the game last night. Cavs, man, they fucking had it. LeBron had a game and a half. Kyrie played great. They just couldn't finish, man. They couldn't finish. LeBron didn't take a shot in the last basically 4 minutes of the game. You take one shot, man, put it in, the game's over. It's inevitable now. It's a sweep. Golden State's going to win this in 4. They're going to raise that raise the trophy in Cleveland, and that's just going to be, I don't know how it's going to work out, for like LeBron's case anyway, because he can't win with this team. Even if you add someone like Paul George or like a Carmelo Anthony, you're going to have to lose Kevin Love. You're going to have to restructure, get rid of half your bench just because of the money, the financials and shit, because I doubt LeBron takes a pay cut. So you have to finagle all the money there, and even with those guys, you still can't compete with the Warriors. Durant's going to take a pay cut. That team's going to be together for another 2-3 years. They're going to win every year. There's not a single team in the East that could beat them. God, imagine if Boston did beat Cleveland. Or if Washington had won. It wouldn't even... These games would be unwatchable. And the only reason they're watchable now is because of the star power that both teams have. I don't think adding a Paul George, who won't come to Cleveland anyway, Carmelo had to waive his trade clause. I know there's, LeBron would love to have him there, and they play together, because they're buddies, and they'd probably do well. They'd run through the East like nobody's business, but still, you cannot compete with Golden State. They're just too good. Klay Thompson finally got going last night. Put up 30 points. And now hearing a report earlier today about in 2018, LeBron might even leave to go to the Lakers or the Clippers. You want to go out there and compete in the West with a team far superior? You're not getting to a final if you're out there. You, Chris Paul, and Blake Griffin are not competing against Steph, Clay, Draymond, and KD. You're just not. I don't care. LeBron, you're going to have to do something. You have to take a pay cut, and you already make a shit ton of money with all your endorsements and everything else. All your commercials, all the movies are popping up in now. Either sacrifice some money, or you're not winning for the next 3-4 years. 4, maybe even 5 years. Okay? But, that's really all I got to say about that. And, I'm going to leave you with a little bit of, a little more Snottynose Friends. So enjoy. I'm out.
Village ain't safe when I'm out there stalking, filling my plate, stuffing my face. Better put up a camp for slaughter. Be ready when I place my order. Otherwise, run for your life when you see that ripple in the glass of water. things do not always work out. Be grateful you ain't in the dirt right now. Some of them run, some vomit. Look up above and brace yourself for the comment. I can't speak on the afterlife. God didn't answer the first time, and I'm too prideful to ask him twice. But I do know this much: these mosquitoes are fucking huge. I'm sure I'll see you in hell. I'm sure I'll see you in hell. With the smile on my face, smile on my face, and a story to tell about the land before time.
Back to the Stone Age, Mesozoic. Pain or pleasure in the flesh, I'm stoic. Hold so hormones atrophic, I'm so sick. Mean sharp tooth like the old flick. Before time from a land where Joe lives. Looking at the world from the peaks of stone cliffs. Put you in a petri dish, a dipstick. Triceratops splitting buckies on my shit list. I'll spike a little foot kid to his green space. Tree star to the face, can't cheat fate. So to all you three horns and long necks, you're not strong, move along now or you're next. Bunch of birds with their beaks evolve. You leave city fly, nope, he fall. Prehistoric heat rocks from Joseph hit land like the Yucatan blast explosive.
Close to denial. I'm sure I'll see you in hell. I'm sure I'll see you in hell. With the smile on my face, smile on my face, and a story to tell about the land before time.